Hello, this is Gerald Johan van Waas. I will have a demonstration in this video showing how letters not just are orientations in space and time, but can also be a kind of balance between that describe a material, or like it can also be a kind of frequency even at certain points. It's a certain balance, and we try to estimate where more or less it is compared to the rest that is there. And I will demonstrate this with the words milk and silk. The M, I already explained a couple of times, is like if you have it into a spatial orientation, it is an extension in the material. This extension in the material can be sensed at the surface. Now, how is this material? What is the consistency of this material? This you can also wonder how it is and how can we describe it. And I describe the M also more often like water. Why is that? It's also because when a material is extending, it is at the surface that you can sense it. Is that then a certain consistency of material? Not necessarily, but that's where you sense the material. So it is still an orientation in time and space of, here in this case, about something physical. So like water, it spreads itself towards its surface, towards its edges. Wherever that can be, it is spreading that way. That's how you can sense the M, and where you have to sense the M, and where you associate M. Compared to S, for instance, S is also at the borders, but it's not at the borders at the physical area that we sense directly close to what we can sense, but it's far away what we sense. So it is at the other, it is at elements that we can hardly estimate. That's very far at the edges, and that's, if you compare it to the same position in space, and you have here this water which is trying to find the edges of its surface. It's beyond that. It's beyond these edges. You can also sense that at the end, but it is going beyond it. So that means it is also about sensing material, but it's sensing material where there's no beginning and no end. It's like the material. That's more the way how you have a difference, even if you take a same kind of material. You have the S in the word juice, for instance, it ends in S. It is anywhere. It's not saying like, okay, I see the border, I sense the border. No, it has no borders. It is into the infinity. It is about the material. That's the difference. Then we have, of course, the differences between the vowels. So you can, I will take three differences. With A, it is very centered. It's mostly very materialistic. It is actually very present. It is close by. With the E sound, the E sound in English, that's the confusing part about how you pronounce letters, so on, but that's a different story. But the sound and the letter is what is becoming. So it is not close by, it is not far away, but it is, it's in between. It's the in between zone. The E is the new zone. That's the new area. It's somewhere else. It is there, and I find somewhere else. I find something new. And if I would compare that to frequencies, of course I have the dense. There's a more density with the A. The A is getting open, and the E is, it's in the new area. If I would compare it to colors, for instance, and I have all the colors from that I can see within range. What can be the E? What kind of color can the E be? It has the new area, the next level. It's the overview. It's the overseer as from the colors. It's the color. Then it fits most to the color white. So, okay, let's now conclude what we have as letters with milk and silk. The M we already explained. The L is the formation process in the physicality. You can sense the physicality. The K is the breaking point. So you can see that there. So we have here the L and the K. And with the example of milk, what will be then in the end if I compare it with M, the E, the L and the K? I have this sense of, yeah, here I have the material that comes out. I can even associate it. I press it out. I press the white fluid even out. I take it out and I want to use it. I use it as something that is not part of it. I use it for a new purpose. That's my milk that I have pressed out. Different for the silk. So where is the material? How do I sense the material with the S instead of the M? It's at the edges. At the edges where it is material, is the material, where I break out indeed. I break out the white even. And I have this silk that I take out as material. You see how you can sense and associate the letter combinations and see how they fit always to the words and what they describe. The orientations are very quickly made into something that fits because it's almost like a mathematical precision, that it goes to a certain position in time and space with a certain balance. But it's also an estimation, and it goes to the estimation of what we have, and it has a certain range into what it can estimate. But there are not too many options, so you have very quickly, your mind very quickly chooses the right things where it is associated also correctly to the elements that are described with these letter combinations. And it was not a real proof, but it's another demonstration of the meaningfulness of letter combinations with the demonstration of milk and silk. Hope you enjoyed. This was Gerald Johan van Waas again. There's a website too, and there's a list of previously recorded demonstrations. And you can subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want more demonstrations soon. Thanks again. Bye.